Welcome back to another technical analysis, and today's topic is going to be LTC coin. So straight to the point, we are seeing a slight downward pressure currently towards this 200 EMA in the 4-hour time frame, and quickly saying as well that we are focusing mainly on the smaller time frames today, so it won't be like a daily time frame because we've been sharing way too many analysis on the bigger picture of the LTC coin where we are bullish, but what's happening on the micro timeframes we haven't been so in detail. So currently we see the pressure to this 200 EMA line, which might open for us a potential short position if we see the breakdown from this 200 EMA line. Now, short position wouldn't be so profitable. The risk and reward ratio would be like 1 to 1.5, not the usual 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 3 that we have with long positions, but that's the game plan that we see on the 4-hour time frame right now. So if we see the breakdown from this 200 EMA area, we're going to short towards this basically fully unfilled CMA gap here, and also some sort of like a liquidity area based on this zone here. So this would be our like buy zone and short target as well. Now if we see any kind of buy side volume hovering here and actual like proper similar like movement here with a breakout structure forming, let's say, give me 1 second, in this region here basically on the smaller time frames, so $116.5, then we would be looking for the buy opportunity here, and of course a further movement to upper zones towards this 140-ish dollar area. So two ways. Currently, we have to wait for the more clarity on the 4-hour time frames, 200 EMA, but going to the smaller time frames, too many things. Let's remove all the. Let's do like this. So what do we see? We see that okay, we can't actually do nothing. So let's just remove all those noisy things here. So on the 30-minute time frame, which is our favorite time frame considering all the small time frames, we see that there is some sort of like we swept the lows here right now. Now, if we see a further movement in this region, once we swept the lows here, so we have swept lows here, small recovery, another sweep, pretty good downward pressure happening right now, so good chance for a further movement to lower zones towards this 10% decline target of ours. Now, on the other hand, if we see any kind of recovery on 30 minutes, this would be the area that we would be looking for. So basically the same area that we mentioned on the 4-hour time frame. And once we see this area to be broken, we would see the full buy side dominance. And of course, some sort of opportunity for a long position. In this case, we would look for a long position with target being here and basically stop loss being somewhere in this region. So risk and reward ratio is currently much better than the short position that we had, and that's logical of course as well. Before finishing the video, want to take a look on the 5-minute time frame as well. Nothing, we can't see any like proper buy side pressure here or any slight buyer's dominance even as well, because we had decent breakout structure near this region here. So we had good breakout structure, retest, bounce, still in the retest area basically. So current zone is very important on all time frames: 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, 4-hour time frame. So that being said, let's get back to the 4-hour time frame quickly before finishing the video, like that. So what to do? Wait for more clarity. If we see any kind of breakdowns from this 200 EMA area, then the target would be $101 zone, and this would be our secondary buy zone. On the 4-hour time frame, also wait for $122, $123 zone. If you see the price reaching this zone, then this would be again one of the buy zones for our 4-hour time frames trading setups. So with that being said, multiple positions that can be taken. Currently not so optimistic on the buy side movement because markets are showing some decent downward pressure. But overall, of course, we are finishing the video with daily time frame. We still see that price can and most probably will see a better upside movement. So on the big run, we are still very bullish on the LTC coin, and you can see risk and reward ratio being 1 to 3 even, while we are not like on the lows of the chart. So wrapping up this video, as always, thanks for watching this one and see you in the next one.